And fix and flip, we're going to be changing ball joints on a 2007 Ram 1500. Alright, to start, you're going to have to obviously take the tire off. And the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get your caliper bracket off and your rotor off. This one has a spacer on there, so we're going to take the spacer off first. And once we get that far, we'll pick it up from there and show you the next step. Alright, next we're going to go ahead and take the caliper bracket off and then slide the rotor right out of the way. In order to do that, it's just going to be 2 bolts on the back. Alright, now that we got all that out of the way, what we're going to do is go ahead and take the axle nut off so we can get the CV shaft out of the way. And we're going to come over here, we're going to take this off. That way we have a little bit room to move this spindle around, put it where we want. Alright, in order to get this axle nut off on this truck, it's just going to be a axle nut socket size 36. Alright, and then on the next step, we're just going to take the tie rod bolt off so we can get it to move back and forth easy for us. Here it is with the tie rod off. This was just a 21 millimeter. Popped right out of there. Now we're going to go ahead and start working on the CV shaft. Alright, now we're going to work on getting the CV shaft off. Remember when you go to hit it with a hammer to bust it free, to put your nut back on there so you don't hit so you don't strip it out or anything. And in order to get this to slide out freely once you have it loose like this, is you're going to have to take your upper ball joint off. That way your spindle will fall forward and it will give you the room that you need to pull your CV shaft out. Alright, now we're taking the upper ball joint nut off so we can pull the spindle down. It's going to be a 21 millimeter. And what we did to bust the ball joint free, we didn't hit the actual ball joint, we was hitting the top of the spindle and just kept hitting it, and then you hit it with a hammer enough times, the vibration just pops it loose for you. That way you ain't got to worry about stripping your threads or anything. And then we went and put a jack on the bottom just so it didn't fall too hard on us. Watch your knees. Now that this is popped down like this, the CV axle should be able to pop out pretty easily. Just remember not to mess up your threads. You don't want to pop that out of there.
Put the jack underneath, bring it up. This would be a good video.
Turn one.
I don't know. Touch.
Watch your fingers for a second. Find that sweet spot, huh?
Tilt it up.
Tilt. Bungee. Alright, once you get your CV shaft out, there is a little angle that will let it come out of there. A lot of people will tell you on this truck that you have to take the back out, but as you can see, you don't. Alright, now that we got the CV axle out of the way, we're going to go ahead and start on the lower ball joint. We're going to use a 15/16 to get the nut off on the bottom. That way we have this whole spindle right out of our way as we do the ball joints.
He's a pansy, I told you.
Well, if you know I'm a pansy.
See, I pick on him too, so
if
you're
you
not
know
the
I'm a
only
pansy, you better get the fuck out the way when there's any type of lifting.
one. I mean, anybody that has purple hands, you gotta pick on.
Oh, really?
Yours aren't purple though. You're not Barney.
I'm gonna tell people I fingered Barney if they ask what happened.
Do it. No, Barney's a guy, you sicko.
That's what they'll say, and I'll be like,
Yeah, but how do you know?
Be like,
You
how
don't
do
see
you?
a wang.
Be like, how do
what I'll
you
say-
know?
I'll be like, that's what
just
every-
so you don't have to edit all this out.
like that's what everybody thought. Prove them wrong.
Be like, that's what I thought too, but she proved me wrong. That's what you should say.
Alright, shh.
Oh.
Is this still recording?
Yes.
It's a number
Yeah.
movie. Alright, now your next step's gonna take this snap ring off. If you have snap ring pliers, that's the way to go. But since we don't have any with us, we're just gonna bang it off with a screwdriver and a hammer.
Flathead screwdriver.
And then
Yeah, work best.
after that, that's when we're gonna go to the press, and we'll show you guys how to do that.
You need a screwdriver.
Scalpel.
Scalpel.
Do you want your wife in the video? You want me to just walk by?
Oh, because then I gotta feed.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. Oh wait, you fuck things up.
You're editing it out anyway.
Just gotta know how to.
Here, I'm gonna just take a look with my butt in the air. Can I do that?
Might get more views. There you go. You gotta break it loose around here. Look.
See how tight it's on here. It's not on there. Get the fuck off it!
Aw, I dented that.
That's why I say get off it.
Yeah, you gotta stop, Cohen.
I'm here to teach you.
Watch out. Move it.
He said, I'm here to
Move the
teach
pliers.
you.
He's coming with a new snap ring.
I know. I don't know. I really don't know.
See you when I have purple hair, guys.
Go up or
Girls,
down?
Stop.
ladies.
Come on.
Alright, man. Can't wait.
What you
Look,
got?
if you start banging up the edges of this, it's gonna make it that much harder to
No,
get
I
it
was gonna
slicer.
hit on the top like right here to bust.
Dude, I've taken 10-pound sledgehammers and banged on these. It will not hold, I promise you. And then if you score these edges, that's gonna be sticking out, and you got to be able to get it to slide through that. So you don't want no scoring on this at all
Teaching me in the video.
to make the job that much easier.
So what is that?
All right, we went ahead and just used a pair of curved needle nose pliers, and that popped right off for me. I just kind of stuck it in here like this and just pried it up, and it popped out. We got a new one, so it doesn't really matter if you bend up the old one or not.
Move.
Move it first.
Couple stuff. Oh, no, move. What's underneath?
Is it holding? Keep holding. Don't you bitch. Feet off the jack. Don't tell me to stop again.
Ah! Take that out.
Alright, so what we ended up having to do, we didn't have the right size cup. So we just found a socket that fitted a little bit better and used the socket. Turn the socket upside down, that way this fit down inside there. Go to put it in, it slides in a little bit easier. That kind of ensures that we don't break anything. So just put the grease around the outside of the ball joint and then around the inside of the A-arm. And it should go in a lot easier than the old one came out. Alright, here it is with the ball joint on. Now you just got to put the grease fitting on and the snap ring on, and this reverse process, put it all back together. And then, depending on if yours is greasable or not greasable, you got to grease it up, and then you should be good to go. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Definitely if you have a Ram 1500 around this year, because we will be working on tons of stuff on this truck, so you never know what you're going to see us working on.